Hello, welcome back to another segment in excerpts from A Spiritual Ascension. I wanted to talk about a little bit about my courses. So, if you look at the link below, I have some courses through Udemy, one called Becoming a Spiritual Alchemist, and the other one is talks about spiritual ascension. And it's kind of funny that I was kind of midway through my ascension process when I did that particular video. And when I go back now and I view it, I'm like, oh my God, like I already understood what the process was about, what it was going to be about, but I hadn't actually experienced the entire process that I was about to continue for the next 2.5 years. So I thought it was kind of like, extraordinary on my part, that the information that I had researched for a long time to understand what this transformation, this ascension process was going to be actually played out. So it's kind of like a beautiful thing. One of the quotes that I have in the course on spiritual ascension is by Stefan Holler, and it says, God redeems humanity, but nature needs to be redeemed by human alchemists, which is one of my other courses, Becoming a Spiritual Alchemist, who are able to induce the process of transformation, which alone is capable of liberating the light imprisoned in physical creation. One of the main things of going through my process was, as I said, that one of the first lines says, God redeems humanity, but nature needs to be redeemed by human alchemists. Well, so part of our transformation is becoming a spiritual alchemist, okay? Able to understand our abilities to manifest and manifest through nature. If you take away all the physical things that man has created, what's left, right? Only nature. So when we become one which with nature, which is a big part of the second half of my journey, was really understanding that the whole universe is nature. Nothing that we see here that was materially built by man um, has anything to do with our divine connection. Nothing, no establishment, no organization can represent what we have directly with the divine. So when you come to this point of recognizing that you're going through this transformation, as it says, this process of this transformation, this ascension process, it says, which alone is capable of liberating the light imprisoned in physical creation. Okay. So a lot of these organizations, as I say, these establishments are keeping the light of the divine kind of held captive. And when we move kind of away from that establishment and we seek out nature, the divine connection with the divine God, creator, our higher self, our higher source, whatever you call, God, there's such a alchemy of this beautiful process of letting out your light, for others to see. And as you probably have seen in many of my other videos, your light, as you go through that transformation, gets brighter and brighter, which will trigger others to also seek out that light. Probably initially, it's going to trigger some who either cannot take the light. They're not meant to become a part of that light in this lifetime. They're probably dealing with a whole lot of karma that they need to probably deal with in the next lifetime or creating more bad karma. But right now, as you grow your light and go through that transformation, you are getting rid of that bad karma and building up a new set of karma. And usually by the end of your ascension process, all that bad karma is gone from all the lifetimes previously. So whatever next lifetime you go into, you start off fresh if you've gone through this ascension process. And like I say, it took me 5 years to go through this, exactly 5 years to the month. Um, but I have the link to my courses below if you would like to check those out. And also, if you would like to just, talk to me about anything that you may be going through at this time or my own ascension process, there is a link to book time with me also below. Okay. So thank you so much for being here. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time.